Good afternoon again. We finished up the last chapter 10 with talking about Hugh Funkhauser. I just realized I'm probably the only person in this company that actually personally knew Hugh and dealt with him on and off for about 4 or 5 years before he passed away. I wasn't working here then, but my dad was, so quite a few people have said how much they appreciate knowing about Hugh, by the way, and where the bulk plants were and so forth. We're now picking up on chapter 11 at the year of 2003. And in 2003, yes, I've got notes because all these things have kind of run together. We completed the Sunnyside Exxon, that's Handy Mart 18. That was a brand new project for us. We bought that property and it was just bare ground. We leveled it off and did all the curb cuts and asphalt and so forth. We also, sometime before, had bought Cook's Exxon in Woodstock from Exxon. Exxon was very kind when they got ahead of this area as a direct operation to sell us a couple locations. So we purchased Cook's Exxon and we redid that whole store, tore down the old 3-bay service station, put in a 4-bay service station behind the store and a convenience store and a gift shop, and put in brand new tanks. We also renovated the Woodstock Handy Mart, that's Handy Mart number 3, and we renovated the Strasburg Handy Mart. I mentioned before there's always stuff going on, and we put brand new tanks and dispensers in Strasburg. We also purchased Shenandoah Pride Dairy, which is in Winchester, Virginia, on Girard Street. Shenandoah Pride was a big apple, we're in Winchester, I think about apples, milk producing company. They actually bought from all the local farmers, brought it into Winchester, redid the stuff, and then repackaged it, and then actually sold to all retail stores, ourselves included. So when Shenandoah Pride actually consolidated, they moved down to, I think it was Clifton, Virginia, and they sold that location. We were able to buy it. It was 1.3 acres right in Winchester, and we renovated the building, added on to the building, and we moved our Dunkin' Donut facility into that. Currently, the Dunkin' was being, we were manufacturing donuts on Red 50, so we moved that into the Shenandoah Pride building, and then rented out. It was about 15,000 square foot building all total. We also built a new building on that site for the Winchester Academy, a convenient or a daycare center. That happened in early 2004. The Dunkin' Donut again was moved from 50 into that building. We also built a training center there, and that training center actually is where our Handy Mart offices are right now. We did some environmental improvements for commercial fuel. That's a Cart Island next to Shocky's out on Route 11. We renovated Stateline Exxon, that's another location we had bought from Shell, from Exxon, and put in new driveways and curbs and so forth. And then we purchased 2 subways from Scott Beasley. Scott Beasley had rented a couple subways from us, and then he decided he didn't want to operate them anymore, so we bought those locations. One last thing, in 2004, we remodeled and retanked High Point Truck Stop. That truck stop goes back into the 1930s. We retanked it once before, and it was a big step forward to get those tanks out and put new tanks in without any big environmental issues. So that takes us to 2003 and 2004. A lot of stuff going on. We are still struggling with some help at the Handy Mart, so we appreciate all you folks that have been hanging in there. We just changed some pay schedules and so forth, so we appreciate each one of you all do, not just in the convenience store business, but bulk plants and lubricants and service departments and so forth. So that completes chapter number 11. We'll see you next time. Thanks.